For those of you that don't know a thing about my life, I grew up in a house of physical violence. I know what domestic abuse can do to a person. I've witnessed it and felt it personally. And what that kind of abuse does to someone is long lasting. It's life altering. It's not a matter of getting a bruise on your knee or roughhousing a little too hard. We're talking about something that not only leaves physical scars but leaves emotional and mental scars, the kind that take a lifetime to heal. There is no excuse, none, for somebody to raise their hand in violence in any magnitude towards the person that they're involved with, the person that they're living with. There's no excuse. None can be made for it. Some people would say that sometimes violence is necessary in certain circumstances, such as self-defense. It can be justified, but that's not what we're talking about here. This isn't a matter of somebody defending themselves. We're talking about domestic abuse. This is one person violently acting towards another with no provocation other than whatever is in their head. But there's no excuse. I'm 34 years old, almost 35 years old. I experienced that violence when I was between the ages of 3 and 10. And I still can hear the screams in my head. I still can remember the holes in the walls from where somebody had punched. I still carry that with me to this day. And that's just the parts that I got to witness. I don't even want to talk about the parts that I got to experience. There is nothing that an abuser can say to justify, rationalize, or explain away violence. Nothing. I don't care about what anybody says. I don't care about the excuses that people are willing to accept. But I'm telling you, as somebody who has personally experienced it, and I'm not a small person, okay? I'm a big guy. I can tell you that those kind of experiences don't just suddenly disappear. Other people have said things in regards to an issue that this is relating to and voiced their opinions. And there are people that are making comments about how there needs to be two sides to every story and the like. I don't give a fuck. The moment somebody raised a hand to another human being, that person stopped deserving respect. Other people have said similar things. But I'm just going to say this. You're a worthless piece of shit. You are a coward. You are a weak, pathetic, worthless piece of shit. You don't deserve the air that you breathe. And there is nothing that you can say to justify the actions that you took. It's just that simple. You should never raise your hand in violence to somebody who trusts you, loves you, or is in any way, shape, or form involved with you. You fuck. You're worthless. And I know that I'm just adding to the environment. I'm adding to the whole swirl of this, but I don't care because I felt this needed to be said. Ladies, gentlemen, if you are in a situation where you are experiencing domestic abuse, for the love of all that exists, please take care of yourself. Get out of that situation. There are government-sponsored circumstances. There are situations that you can get involved with for free, at no cost to you. I've been to a shelter with my mother. I have gone to a wife abuse shelter with my mother because we had nowhere else to go. I've been there, and they take care of you. Do whatever you can to get out of the situation. Get the hell away from the abuser, man or woman, it doesn't fucking matter. Get the hell out of there. You can find help. Go to a police station. They can guide you. Find a cop. Call 911 from a payphone. Someone get on a bus. Go somewhere. It doesn't cost much to get on a bus. I'm sure you can find $2. Go somewhere. Get on a payphone. Call the police. And get help. Nobody should ever have to suffer that. Nobody should ever have to live with the weight of that experience. Ever. I'm just some asshole on the internet. But I'm telling you, I've experienced it myself. I know the fear. I know the damage. And I'm asking you, please, help yourself. I'm not involved in this situation. I don't really know the people that this is about. But I do know that one of the people was trusted by somebody that I trust, and therefore, that's good enough for me. So once again, there is no excuse for harming another human being. There's especially no excuse for raising your hand in violence towards somebody who trusts and loves you, who's involved with you. That's a level of intimacy that gets abused in ways it should never. You're hurting a person well beyond physical at that point. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that.